things hot like coke on the skillet. I'm Marky Mark, I scope.
Besides the what today?
Some sign fell on some dancers. I think it was in China.
Oh shit!
I speak it to the mic, sir.
Damn. Where were they at?
I think it was China or Hong Kong.
Oh man!
And like that big screen.
Something happened with Seinfeld. Is that what you said? Is that what you said?
A sign fell.
Oh, a sign.
Not a sign, but like that little big TV, or that at concerts they have like those giant TVs.
Joint.
Yeah.
Seinfeld fell on some dancers.
I thought he said Seinfeld. Wait a second. What happened with Seinfeld in Japan? Seinfeld's on the brain though, because I'm watching this Last Dance documentary. He was in there just a second ago.
Yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah, he comes through the locker room sometime.
Gosh, he's not funny at all to me.
I don't think he's funny either.
Well, the show.
Oh.
Not.
You got to think back then. The audience. You got to remember audience. What audience he's going after. It wasn't supposed to be funny for us.
For sure. Definitely did connect.
You got to remember, Seinfeld is their Martin.
I mean,
for sure, is their Martin for sure.
I think it's like it's kind of like the prequel to.
Right, Friends that living single. Yeah.
Nah, Friends is kind of whack. Well, for me, Friends is kind of whack.
Friends is very whack.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. I used to love Friends when I was like in middle school, but
it's straight.
Everybody I hung out with was a Friends fan, but now when I watch it didn't age well. Basically,
yeah,
it really didn't age well. So
I'm not gonna say it's terrible, but it's just
it's terrible. I say it.
It's terrible.
But Seinfeld is actually
terrible back then. It's terrible now.
King of Queens though, come on now.
I love King of Queens. I ain't even gonna lie.
King of Queens.
My eyes are getting weary.
My
back is getting tight.
Yeah.
like I kind of get Seinfeld now that that I watch It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, because it's kind of like
oh shit.
The it's kind of like the first version of that. It's just like, all these characters are assholes and they be doing asshole shit during the show, and they usually get their comeuppance by the end of the episode or the end of the series. And that's just kind of how that show goes.
No, I'm not giving Seinfeld no love. Sorry. It's not happening.
But Martin is untouchable. To me, it's the funniest.
Yeah, Martin's fire. I mean, it falls off like last season for sure. Is not good. But
he was going through a lot of shit in that last season, couple seasons. His whole face even changed, like the way he looked and everything. Like you could tell he was going through something.
Yeah, I mean, him and Gina weren't even in scenes together because of their beef.
Yeah.
So I mean, obviously it's gonna suffer, but I guess at least we got a proper ending. They were at least able to have some type of work arrangement.
Yeah, and then they ended up doing that reunion recently. So
yeah. So that they did make the peace at least.
It does suck that like both Martin and Fresh Prince reunion wasn't like a full reunion since two of the actors passed away.
Oh yeah, Uncle Phil was gone, and then Tommy wasn't there for Martin.
Hey, shout out to Fresh Prince though, being the one to jumpstart these reunion type shows. You know what I'm saying? They were the first ones. Then Friends came next. Did they little joint?
Could you do your job and start this goddamn pod so we can get going?
It started. Damn. Why are you hating?
We ain't started
right
nothing.
Now.
We was having a genuine conversation about, we was just conversating. Nah, you gotta get to it, yo. We gotta hear it. we got to hear it, yo. Yo.
Right.
Welcome back.
Damn, niggas is hating.
What episode is this? This is 53. Welcome back, 53. Episode 53. Last week we took the week off. Everybody had something.
2 weeks.
We doing this. We doing that.
2 weeks off, son.
And we missed y'all, man. We missed y'all. What's good? How everybody doing, Jess? How you doing over there in virtual land today?
Yes.
I'm good. I mean, I got the vid. Kodisha finally got your girl. So I'm not having any symptoms. I just been like kind of tired, but it's pretty much business as usual. Been catching up on sleep, catching up on shows. Yeah, it's been good.
What have you been watching?
Well, if you would have kept your ass out of Houston, you wouldn't have caught it.
Listen, I didn't even want to. Hey, hold on, EJ, okay? Because you come with some real rah shit right now, okay? And I really don't appreciate it, okay? So, first of all, I didn't even want to go to Houston. I went to Houston so I could help my dad drive back from that bitch. That's the only reason why I went. Okay. Secondly, my Uncle Eddie gave it to us because he flew, and that's where he got it from flying.
Oh, I thought you were spitting the bar real quick.
Are you finished or are you done?
Oh, okay. I'm finished and I'm done. What you got to say?
Your Instagram stories told something different. Next,
hey,
Mike, what's good with you, legend? You think you was gonna shut me up, telling me I'm coming out?
I don't care. Yeah. I don't care. My uncle tested positive first on Saturday. My dad tested positive on Monday. I just tested positive yesterday. Okay.
How they doing? For real, how they doing?
No, they're doing good. My Uncle Eddie, he hasn't really have any symptoms. My dad, he's just been chilling in the room. He's still working and stuff. He hasn't had a fever or anything, just congestion and a cough. And yeah, they're doing good. They're not doing bad.
All right, Mike, I relinquish your duties back to you, yo.
Hey. Oh, let me ask how you. No, you forgot to ask Legend how he was doing.
Nah, he asked. Yeah,
honestly, I did, but then just popped off, so I had to, defend
all right,
me.
How are you though? Let me ask you how you doing. You know what I'm saying? You the host today. What's good?
Yeah, same old. Me just chilling. Ready for the week to be over. Tomorrow we're gonna go see Kalani.
Hold on. So one of the reasons we didn't get on last week though, because Jaden apparently was trying to be a force. And
no, not apparently.
Hold on. Let me finish my thing, man. He was dominating in the Yu-Gi-Oh card tournament.
Okay. Yeah.
How far did he get?
So the way they do it, I don't understand. I don't understand how they do it. Whatchamacallit.
First of all, it's just wild that they even. Or my bad, but it's just wild that niggas is still playing Yu-Gi-Oh card tournament though. Like that was like niggas used to do that shit. In high school, that was what they there was like a gang of niggas doing that shit before. Before school
I was
started.
one of them niggas.
Yeah, Mike was one of those niggas, yo. I never got down on the fucking Yu-Gi-Oh card shit.
Niggas had that big ass Fountain Fort Carson table.
Yeah, fucking in the cafeteria, just 30 niggas lined up watching the Yu-Gi-Oh card battle.
Did y'all have the circle tables or y'all had those
the
circle?
The circle tables,
okay.
Yeah. I mean, you could really only sit
yo.
like 6 people at the table, but it was like 30 niggas there.
Yeah.
Damn.
But go ahead. What were you saying, EJ? Jaden?
I just don't know. I don't understand how they do the I guess the judging. So he went 4-0, and he was in the championship game, and he had the dude beat, but it's a 40-minute match. Mm-hmm. And the dude pretty much stalled till the 40 minutes was over, so they tied out.
Oh damn!
Dude played, yeah.
He did like that one joint did to Venus when Venus had played that professional girl her first like big match, and then Venus was giving her to work, and then she like stalled it out and went to the locker room for like 45 minutes, and Venus got cold.
Right. Yeah, he stalled him out, yo. Then as we was leaving, I called him a bitch ass nigga. It was a grown up too, yo. He had to be about 30, 35. So I, said, called him a bitch ass nigga as he walked out the door. Jaden was like, "That's him right there." I was like, "Who? This bitch ass nigga?" Yeah.
Oh my god, Mike, you're the Yu-Gi-Oh professional though, so. I mean, how does the game work, though, for real? Because I've never understood it.
Basically, like, both sides, you get life points, and the goal is just to get the opponent's life points down with cards and shit. But that shit way too crazy now. Sometimes games be ending on the first turn and shit.
Hold on,
that shit is too wild. I mean, you gotta turn that shit on to max, because it's fucking hot as fuck.
It do be a sauna up in that bitch.
Damn, they don't have that fucking, that background noise fucking remover.
Nah, that shit don't work. That's a myth. It's a myth. Everything they do in the movies is a myth. You know when they take that fucking image that's super fucking blurry and then they just blow it up and make it like 8K, 19K, like
Yeah, you can't do that shit.
that
That shit
shit's
still be
not
blurry.
real.
That shit still be blurry.
Like I be trying. Like, come on, man. How they do it in the movies? Shit. But yo, it's been a minute, like EJ said, since we've been on here for real. Like I think the last time we had everybody was before the 4th. Last episode we did was like the 7th. And I actually just uploaded that one late, so my bad, you know what I'm saying? Lack of motivation out here. Niggas was lazy. I'm not gonna lie. but hey, we are back. I apologize, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna get on a tighter schedule. But yeah, here we are. We back again, episode 53, like EJ said. The biggest thing that I know we missed though, I want to go ahead and get into it. We don't have to deep dive because it's been a while, but the Sesame Place incident.
Ooh, shit.
Wait, what happened on that one?
You don't remember? You see it or?
I don't think
It was when the Rosalina, one of the Sesame Street. You know, Sesame Place is basically like an amusement park for kids. It's based on Sesame Street, and basically a lot of the characters were doing some racist shit, essentially, to some.
Yeah.
So
like one of the little characters, there was like two little black girls like standing on the side, and they wanted to talk to one of the characters.
Rosalina.
And so the characters, and so Rosalina, she like goes up to the kids. She's waving at everyone, specifically goes up to the kids and is like, like basically like no, and then just walks on and then hugs
like
the next little white girl or whatever.
And then another one, there was another one where the character, it wasn't the same character, but he like smacked the black girl in the face. Other ones where they ignored the black kid and went directly and hugged the white babies, or like there was even one where they were actually holding the white baby right before they went and ignored somebody else. Like a bunch of, but at first, let me read the first one really quick. So they came out with two statements, because the first one, it's too long. I'm not gonna read the whole thing. But basically, to sum it up, they said that the performer portraying, and actually I said her name wrong. I said Rosalina. It's Rosita. My bad. So the performer portraying Rosita said that the no hand gesture several times was directed not towards any specific person, rather that it was a response to multiple requests from someone in the crowd asking Rosita to hold a child for a photo, which she was one of the ones that was holding a child, the white babies, but didn't want to do anything. See, they the first video that came out was the one that Jess told you about, where she just went right past the black kids and then made the little hand gesture and walked right past them. But the video cuts off and the kids, they're all sad and shit. And this is when they released this statement. And then over the next like 2 or 3 days, all these other videos from other people having the same experience with not only that character, but other characters came flooding. And so basically they had to backtrack because they said it was no racism in this one. Then all those videos came out. So then they released another statement that said they're going to do basically sensitivity training to sum that one up. And it's
Fuck
just
some
like,
sensitivity training. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, you can't sensitivity training racism out of people.
Right. To some little kids, why like 5-year-old little girls that just want to be like, hey, give me a hug or just at least acknowledge me. But you're like, nope, can't touch you little black babies. Like, but, holding white kids and hugging on them and picking them up and all that other shit for them.
Yeah.
No. Fired. Fired.
Why is it called sensitivity training?
Racist training. That's what it should be called.
Or equality training or something. Like, is it just supposed to be like, okay, niggas is gonna be sensitive, so this is the training that you get to make sure that they don't get sensitive.
Yep. Yep.
So they don't be complaining, you know.
Tired of these niggas. They done dragged us on the internet now, so let's do something. Let's train this out of you guys. But yeah, that was the biggest thing. You didn't hear about that though?
I didn't hear about that at all.
Wow, that's
I
crazy.
don't know
Wow.
how I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, that
But
was.
I've been trying to. It's too much. It just be
I
too
mean,
much.
it's never gonna end. It's only gonna
Yeah,
be
it's
more.
never gonna end.
It's only gonna,
Facts.
it's only gonna,
It's
be,
only gonna
more.
be more.
It
So
can't be less unless the world.
that's why you gotta plug out for a little bit, then you can hop back in later.
Yeah. Um. On the reverse side, I saw some. There's two black teens, two black girls. They are actually being charged with a hate crime themselves.
Yeah, that's loose.
They they were on a bus. I'm gonna tell you right now. I don't believe this story for 1 second. I'm gonna tell you right now. They hit the woman. I'm not gonna sit here and say they ain't hit this woman. But the shit this woman said that they said to her, because she basically they were on a bus and the woman showed her, she said she loved Trump. And then then she got hit, right? But they said that she said, let me find it really quick because I'll read it. It's fucking ridiculous.
I
Hold up,
just,
let's start over,
I just
'cause
find
I'm
it.
with you.
I just find
Okay.
it funny how
It's-
fast they want to throw the hate crime charge on this shit, but when it's some obvious
Well, I'm
shit
gonna tell
against
you why
black people, then it's like, oh, we don't know if it's gonna be a hate crime
But
yet.
that's kind of true though. Go ahead, EJ. What were you gonna say?
Let's start with the fact that it's a 14 and 15-year-old girl.
Right.
15 and 16. 15 and 16.
15, 16.
Okay. Oh yeah, but there's another person that's
That was
14.
there was
Yeah.
another one, but she
Okay.
wasn't charged. They don't know how.
Right.
What's
She wasn't
the
charged.
situation? Yeah.
So you really think 15 to 16-year-old female gives a fuck about Donald Trump to want to actually fight somebody over it?
In today's climate, I will say yes, probably.
I disagree.
Maybe.
I think we are promoting and basically we're trying to get people more involved and more knowledgeable of politics at an earlier age.
No.
So I
I'm
do
talking
believe
about
that.
what that lady said. The lady said
Oh,
that they said you
just
probably
based
like
on
Trump, and she said I love Trump.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So that's what I'm saying. I don't think that they would just look at her and be like, you probably just love Trump. And that was the argument. It probably was an argument.
Right.
They probably said, bitch, fuck you. And then she said, what she said probably was like, that's why I can't wait till Trump come back in office. And then the black girls probably said, fuck Donald Trump. And then she probably said, fuck you. And then probably fuck you, nigga. And then if they hit her, they hit her. But I don't agree with, I think it's more to it. And we only got her side of the story.
I'm not even saying a white woman even called them a nigger, but possibly. But this is what they said happened though. So, before they hit her, one of the teen girls said, "You probably like Donald Trump, don't you?" She says, "I love him." And then she gets hit, or they are driving past a cemetery. My bad. By the time they started passing St. John's Cemetery in Woodhaven, she was staring at me saying, "That's where I'm going to bury you." She had a bag from Bath and Body Works, and she took a scrub and said she was going to beat me with it. It was a tangerine, she said. She said, you're going to get what you deserve. All white people are going to get what they deserve. That's what she said the teen girl said, right? Like, I'm not going to sit here and say that it's impossible. But these are the same type of people that lied on Emmett Till and got Emmett Till killed. That's what I'm going to say.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? So... Now did the girls hit her? Yeah, probably. You know what I'm saying? Were they probably saying some slick shit? Maybe as well. I don't know if I'm gonna believe that they went this extreme with it, saying that they were gonna bury her in the cemetery that they had just passed, beating her with that tangerine. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying it can't happen. I mean, we know we done saw the incident up in Philly with the teenage boys. You know what I'm saying? And I get it. It's kind of wild. There's a lot of violence nowadays, so anything can happen. But white women have been lying forever. And it's never ended. We don't
Yeah.
see how many videos have we seen in the last like 2 years of white people getting in somebody's face
in the past 2 months, not even the past 2 years.
No, but you guys remember the Twisted Tea incident?
Yeah.
Yeah, the dude in the gas station and the white guy calling him a nigger, this, that, and the third, and he gets slapped in the face with the Twisted Tea. As soon as you do something, they start saying, "Man, what are you doing?" They playing the victim. Yeah. Oh my God, why did you do that to me? Yeah, blah blah blah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Help me, whatever. Like, you do all this shit that you provoked, and then when somebody do something to you, now you're the victim. And I think this is basically the same situation. This is where this excuse is coming from, in my opinion. I just don't.
They're gonna. I mean, the woman had to have been like the greatest actress ever, which they usually are, in order for these teens to be charged with a hate crime. Whenever we've seen hate crime after hate crime after hate crime committed towards Black and brown people in huge numbers, but it's never considered a hate crime. Ever.
That's true. It has to go all the way to court. Fucking like the Ahmaud Arbery killers. That was you know what I'm saying? They weren't originally charged with a hate crime, and that's obvious hate crime.
Right.
And it's like they literally got to go to court and prove that it's a hate crime. But this, it right off the rip, they're just like, we're charging you with the hate crime. It's not even, we don't have to prove anything. It's instant charging.
Yep.
I don't believe it. Not for a second, yo.
And this is in what state was this in?
This is in.
Please don't say Texas. My heart can't take it.
Oh fuck, my bad. I just had it. Queens, New York.
Oh wow. Well, the cops are terrible out there, so. I mean, they're terrible everywhere.
The one with the
but
green hair, she was saying she hates white people. The way they talk, hates white skin. The way their skin cracks. She was saying she's a gangster.
The way their skin.
I actually believe she probably said that part.
She probably didn't say that.
I believe she said that part.
I believe she said that too.
that sounds believable. Definitely sounds believable. But I don't know if I'm believing that she said the other shit. I'm sorry. We, like I said, they done lied about Emmett Till. They done lied about the Tulsa bombing. They done lied about the Philly bombing in '85. I'm sure we can go pull up other lies.
Yes, there's so many.
They done lied about the crack, putting crack in the Black communities. They still haven't admitted to that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like,
shit, you can just pull up lies from fucking a week or 2 weeks ago or whatever. You don't even got to dig deep.
That's
especially
all I got
cops.
That's
cops
all I got
always
Google too, huh?
lying.
Lies from 2 weeks ago.
So, EJ, do you have anything else to add to that? Like, do you feel like those girls probably said all that, or like?
I'm pretty sure they had a rebuttal to something. I don't think they just came out and said. I don't think that was the whole. I want to know what the whole argument was, and it was on a bus,
right,
in New York. You mean to tell me there's not a camera footage on a bus in New York?
Yeah, right. Not also, one person opened up their phone to record.
Also, but like you said though, what the fuck were they talking about for any of the Black girls to even say you must be a Trump supporter? There has to be, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because
you must have said some slick shit.
We know how Black people are thinking. When you think of a Trump supporter, you're thinking something's racist basically is happening. So that means that they had to have been, some type of energy had to have been given to them for them to even be like, you must be a Trump supporter. Why? Because I just don't see it just being like, oh, I just hop on the bus and some white lady's there and I just be like, you must be some Trump supporter. Just out of nowhere. Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I don't know. Niggas is teenagers.
Not only that,
I
though.
think you're right, though.
Her daughter was on the bus with her.
The white woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You mean your daughter allowed you to get mollywopped on the bus and you just did nothing but let her know?
No, they were gangster, they said.
Hey, they was like, the mom was like, I don't know which one hit me. And the daughter was like, the one with the hair, the one with the green hair. She got you. Bitch, what was you doing?
She was like the kids in those TikTok videos where the mom is like, hey, put on your shoes, we gotta go fight or whatever. The kids are like, I don't wanna. Like, I'm gonna get my ass beat.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was like. She said, nah, but I'll tell you who hit you though. I'm not gonna jump in, but I'll tell you who hit you though.
I ain't jumping in.
Oh
That's
my
stupid.
God. That is fucking ridiculous. That TikTok though, I seen a couple ones that were funny, but there was some too that like where that guy who went and asked his son, and he was just like, his son was like, yeah, I help, but I always lose fights. Did you see that one? He said, I go, but I always lose fights. His dad was like, it's all good as long as you fight. You gonna fight though, right? He said, yeah, but he looked, that nigga looked petrified. He looked petrified, yo.
Nah, the one when the little boy, it was a little boy, a little girl. It was 3 kids.
Uh-huh.
The oldest was a girl. She was like, bet, I'm down. The middle boy went to go get his shoes automatically. And then the younger kid, they asked him, he was like, yeah, I'm down. Can I grab the pipe? He was like, no, you don't need no pipe. And I know he was mad because he probably done taught the kid, hey, you find something, you bash somebody's head up. He like, can I get the pipe? Like, he had to come quick. No, you can't get the pipe. Probably turned it off like, nigga, yeah, hey, in real life, you go grab that goddamn pipe. That was the funniest one, yo, out of all of them.
I think the funniest one I saw, it was this lady and she was in the car with her daughter. And so she made it seem like she had already gotten beat up. So she had like blood on her face and stuff. And so her daughter's in the passenger seat and she was like, I'm about to drive over to this lady's house and you got to beat up her daughter. And the girl was like, she was like, they already beat your ass. Like, what I'm gonna do? Like, we about to get our ass beat.
I saw that one.
And and then she's acting like she's pulling up, and the girl's like, she just puts her seat all the way back to make it seem like she's not in the car. She's like, fuck that. I'm not doing that.
I saw that one.
Hey. Oh, yeah, and the other funny one was it was a Hispanic boy, a little heavyset boy. And he was like, I can't. He was like, why can't you? Because I gotta go to Target. I gotta go to Target.
And then they had a picture of him at Target.
I didn't see the picture.
I'll send you the picture.
He was like, I gotta go to Target. He was like, what? That was a good one. But
hey, but back on the Trump supporter thing. Did y'all see the one of the dudes from the insurrection? He got 5 years.
Dude. Yeah, the black dude.
What?
He got the most years.
Yep,
man.
He got 5. I actually think they should have gave his ass life. Teach all them niggas a lesson. That's what
I mean. Why do we gotta be the fucking biggest? We get the fucking heavy. Yeah, I want to hear. I want to hear about.
I mean, we know why we get the heaviest.
Yeah, we know
why.
They
should have made it. They should have made a real fucking lesson out of him and gave his ass life so that all these other Trump supporting black motherfuckers know what the fuck is up. You can support us, but you still one of them, though.
Yeah,
right.
Well, he gonna learn the hard way.
Oh, he definitely learned the hard way that day.
Damn, we really do be playing on hard mode, yo.
Yeah,
we're going through life on hard mode.
I don't feel bad for this guy though. But I mean, it is a shame he getting the most years. What has all the other ones been averaging? 1 or 2 years or something?
Like 90 days.
90 days. I was going to say months, but I was like, maybe they're being a little, fair.
I mean, I think some of them have gotten like 2 years, but they're not going to serve that 2 years. They're probably going to serve 90 days.
You're right, on good behavior.
Yeah,
but it was probably some of the more violent ones that got the 2-year sentences or something, I'm guessing, right? Because this one, I think the dude that got 5 years, he hit a cop with the flagpole.
Okay, yeah.
Well, he probably deserved 5 years.
Damn, you're going too hard. Like, you're going way too hard.
Yeah, but it's been so lenient for some of them. Like one lady I saw, she posted a fucking TikTok. She got 90 days for being a part of the insurrection. And this bitch was like, I'm about to go in for my 90
Oh
days.
yeah.
I'm gonna take this as a time to reflect. Maybe lose some lbs, probably lose about 20 pounds. Like I'm not really gonna be eating that much. I can really focus on my fitness. Like, bitch, like you're going to 90 days, you're going to jail for 90 days and treating it like it's a vacation, because it is for them.
Just 3 months.
Yeah, it's nothing. That's
And employers are going to be like, especially if they're racist as fuck and they believe in what they did on January 6th, employers aren't going to be like, oh, well, we can't hire you because of that. They're going to be like, you know what? You're a fucking American hero.
That's on my resume. What are you talking about?
Right.
If I'm white and I was at the insurrection, that's the first thing I'm putting on my resume. That's like my cover page to my resume. I'm gonna have a picture of me
with a picture of you and the rest.
Yeah, I'm a picture of me at the insurrection. Like, what the fuck? Not even gonna have to ask me if I was there. What my beliefs are. You already know. You already know. I come with America on my mind.
Don't make it great again.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. But hey, Trump was at a fucking rally. He said, "Yo, this nigga said." He said, I'd be the greatest coach of all time if I was a WNBA coach.
Yeah, I saw that.
I'd be the greatest coach of all time if I was a WNBA coach. I don't like LeBron. He said, I don't like LeBron. I'm more of a Jordan person. Jordan the best player to me. But I go to LeBron and I'd be like, LeBron, you have any desire to be a woman?
Damn. That nigga said that?
Said. That's what he said. He said, LeBron, do you have any desire to be a woman? And we can come, and he said, we'll beat every team by 90 points. This nigga.
Yo.
70 points. My bad.
Yeah, he said, I'd be the greatest women's basketball coach in history. I don't like LeBron James. I like Michael Jordan much better. But I'd go up to LeBron James. I'd say, LeBron, did you ever have any desire to be a woman? Because what I'd love you to do is star on my team.
Yeah. That's exactly what he said.
Them niggas ain't got. They just know that they can just say what the fuck ever they want. They don't got no worries.
I mean, yeah,
because nothing ain't gonna happen.
Not right now, because the laws are definitely in place for them to be on top of the world forever. But I saw Colorado. There was a dude. He's actually already like. I think he's already in prison or in jail or something. He's supposed to be going to trial because his wife is missing. She went missing hiking back in 2020, but he voted for Trump using her ballot, like while she was missing. He reported her missing in 2020, and during the election, he voted for Trump for him on his ballot and on her ballot. He said, "I just thought I'd give him another vote." He figured all the other guys were cheating too. So he said, I really wanted Trump to win.
Cheating, nigga. That's what they do, though.
No.
Everything they talk about, they stop and they do.
It's allowed for them. I mean, we're just like, I'm just running through some of these politics things that I saw, though. Like, while we on it, I mean, and speaking of Trump a Republican, you know what I'm saying? So more Republican news, you know what I mean? So... Republican, one of the Republican legislators, he voted against gay marriage, and then 3 days later, his son got gay married. Thoughts? How do you guys feel about that?
That's kind of. I don't know. I'm just glad I'm not in a family like that. Because I don't know how would you feel as the son?
I do want to know how the son feels.
Man, I'm glad you said that, legend. I'm glad you said that.
EJ, what are you thinking over there? You quiet.
I just got back.
He just got back. Oh, did you hear what I said?
He did just put his headphones back on.
Hey,
Oh, I can't see him. Like, it's all tiny, so
so
he's not talking.
today Thursday, and it was hot as fuck on the heat index. And I got one goddamn chore on Thursdays, and that's to do laundry.
And
You had to go do the laundry. You had to go put it in the dryer.
Yeah.
Fuck that. Ain't gonna be extra hot in here with me. Nah. So.
Oh, you went to go hung it on the clothesline.
Shit, then that mean I had to been outside? Hell no. Man, Mike, you know better. You know I was out there back in the day on the clothesline. I refuse.
Hey.
No, sir.
Why they retired a clothesline? You know what I'm saying? What happened?
Because they was losing money. Think about it.
Who was losing money? The dryer industry?
Or whoever, the energy companies.
I mean, well, in theory, you can still make your own clothesline, though.
In theory, but are we?
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I'm gonna get one when I get a yard, EJ. I'm gonna bring it back.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about.
Bring it back. Shit. But hold on, we were talking about the Republican though who voted against gay marriage, and then 3 days later he went to his son's gay marriage.
Man, idiot, yeah. Like, you cannot make this stuff up. You can't make it up. Half these these bills that are being passed, even the one about the gay marriage, they even got it in there. They don't want it interracial marriages. It's all in the same bill. Majority of these people aren't with their same race.
Yeah, which is so funny because there's been so many
most
people
of the white
that
people aren't they?
Say what?
Most of the white people aren't they?
No, they're with like Asians. It's a lot of them. It's a lot of them that are with like Asians.
Well,
some of them are even with blacks.
Asian is white adjacent though. Asian is white adjacent, so they might.
But they're still interracial.
No,
I mean,
according to white people, because Asians also get like bottlenecked in like promotions and shit. Like they won't. There's like it's just kind of like how when a black person gets in good with a white person, there's a level you can get in, but if you do something stupid, you getting them years.
Yeah.
If you get caught doing white things, you getting them years. you getting them years. You ain't getting them lenient years.
Oh my god. Hey, so I'm gonna play a little devil's advocate though. I actually respect this move a little bit on this Republican. Only because it's his son. And I understand I'm gonna support my son. It don't matter. I can have my beliefs. I don't have to believe in the same thing that my son believes in for me to accept my son and respect him. That's my child. If I don't believe in that, I should be able to have my beliefs and still have my beliefs, but accept you because you are my child. You're not everybody else in the world to me. You are my seed. You're my flesh and blood.
That's why I'm gonna make all this shit worthless when I vote. When I vote tonight, we're gonna have a little fun.
Oh my god! But I'm just saying.
Like I kind of get it, but in the long run, you're gonna make them struggle.
Hold on. What do you mean?
His son.
Oh, yeah. If it passes, yeah.
It probably won't. Hopefully, it won't.
I mean, so here's my question then.
Because he could be, Republicans got to vote the line too. Now, you got to vote with the crazies if you want to stay a Republican. Can't be logical anymore.
I mean, yeah, you really right now we're going into like legit like party warfare.
Yeah.
Type of thing. Like the parties are legitimately representing two extremes right now, it seems like, on every topic. It's, you know what I'm saying, it's the worst possible thing on this side on the extreme, and then the parallel worst possible thing on the other side of the extreme. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's getting hectic out here. Is that a song? It's not a song.
It's getting kind of hectic.
Who's that? Who's that?
I don't. Hold on. It's a dance song.
Yeah.
Dance songs. Yeah. Oh, they also they trying to make birth control illegal too,
which is so fucking stupid.
Like I said, the worst of one side is clearly.
Oh, it's the. Oh, sorry.
The worst on one side.
The song was
the
Power.
Oh yeah, that sounds
By
good.
Snap.
But you said the worst of one side is what, Mike?
Is vastly more dangerous than the worst one. The worst, at least, like we can't even maintain status quo of like 5 years ago. Why are we going backwards? Like why do we keep going backwards? We can't even maintain the status quo. We're just going backwards. We're not going forwards at all. We just keep going backwards, and it's getting worse. And you can see like little elements of like how Republican strategy is going here. You can see it just seep its way into other countries too, because they see it working here. So it's like it's gonna be a rough couple decades.
Damn, decades.
You know what? I think we're done. It might not be.
Done.
It might not be.
Decades for sure.
It's decades, and then we got global warming. So I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
we got some,
and that shit just keeps getting crazier and crazier because places are on fire that have never ever experienced this kind of weather. Like it's just gonna keep continuing to get worse.
And did you hear about what country was that with the rainforest? Was that the Congo? They said they're opening. They're not. Well, their words is that they're not responsible for saving the planet, so their forests are open to, oil companies coming in and, making more oil. But like I can see it from the country's perspective because they're, it's a poor country and people are not giving them money for all the work that they're doing preserving these rainforests. So hopefully that's how they're trying to push it. Like, if you want us to keep these rainforests and keep these oil companies out, y'all got to pay our country money so we can get out of this poverty. But
honestly, it's facts though. It is facts though. I mean, I understand the necessity for the rainforest with especially trees providing oxygen and all that. But yeah, if we a poor nation, why are we giving y'all any percentage of oxygen? You know what I'm saying? Why is 5% of the world's oxygen coming from our rainforest, but we don't get 5% of the world's money? You know what I'm saying? Like that makes sense to me. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, short term it does, but long term,
no,
let me finish. Whenever that shit fails, because every other forest that it's in a whole ecosystem with fails, then people are like, oh, okay, well.
No, but that's what they're saying. It's not up to them.
I know it's not their fault, but I'm just saying, like, that's just a very dangerous way for anyone to think about. Like, I understand why, out of necessity for them and them being a poor country, I understand them wanting to do that, as they should, because Africa's been ravished of every fucking natural resource that it's ever had. Yeah. So I understand them wanting to get money for that. I'm just saying, on a bigger scale, on a bigger picture, it is a very dangerous way to think, and that's all that I'm saying.
I agree.
Maybe they're just trying to use it to bring awareness to what's going on.
Yeah, right, and I hope they charge the fuck out of those people for it. Like, charge them triple than anyone, and really get the ducats.
All right, fuck around and end up like Haiti.
I mean,
it's like you can't play a battle with these motherfuckers. You got to hit them where it hurts. Tell them, hey, yeah, you can come spend your money in my country using my money, my currency. That's what Russia's doing right now. Russia is milking the shit out of these sanctions. Okay, yeah, now we got all the gas reserves and all this. Hey, but for you to get it, you're going to have to change your money into gold. And then after you turn your money into gold, then you're going to have to pay me in my currency. fucking the game up. Like, you just gotta beat them at their own game. So they just need to play it smart.
Exactly. I 100% agree with that. 100%. Definitely make them pay in your currency. Like, definitely.
Yeah, because the dollar ain't backed on nothing.
No.
It's not backed on no natural resources or nothing. So now it's we're off. We're bad currently, and like we really don't even know it yet.
Yeah,
because it really hasn't hit. But once it hit, and once people stop spending the dollar, and it's only us spending the dollar, then we're going to be in a bad spot.
Right. I mean, because you look at something like the euro, once all that Brexit shit happened, like it's basically the same price in Europe what the dollar is.
Yeah, it's insane. So it's never been
that shit has gone down.
It's always been I can only imagine. It's always been like $2 was like €1. That's what when I was last.
Yeah, because whenever I went to Europe in 2019, like.
So hold on, does that mean the value of the euro is going down?
Yeah,
yeah,
they're equal.
So I can only imagine what the value of the U.S. dollar, like, so that shit will go down.
The dollar is strong against the yen too right now.
So why is the euro down?
Because the whole Brexit thing that happened.
What is the Brexit? Can you give me a little elaboration without having to give me a essay?
My gosh.
I got you. So in a nutshell, the European countries came together and they was like, okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to open our borders, but we're going to create one currency because we're going to have open borders for all of us to use. Well, then once it was an issue with one of the countries, I don't know which country, they had a problem, and it was pretty much about a fish tariff. So then it was like, wait, hold up, this isn't working for us because y'all are taking our fish from our land and selling it over there, but we're not getting no money for it. So then they was like, okay, well, fuck it, then we're just going to back out. And then once that happened, every other country started seeing that, we were prospering before we was a group. Now, I want to be solo.
Oh, so these countries are going back to their own dollars.
Yeah, so one thinking they was David Ruffin, and the other one saying, hey, you ain't bigger than the Temptations. So now everybody on their own and they ain't got no group no more.
Yeah, it's the UK. It's the UK that's not part of that, backed out of the.
They held a vote for it. I heard a lot of people did it. Like it's kind of like Trump when they did the vote for it. Some people did it as they thought it wasn't going to pass, so they voted to do it, and then it actually passed.
Right.
And now they can't reverse that shit. So they gotta deal with that shit.
Oh my gosh! Now we stuck.
And then that's how that's how that right wing started getting more power over there, and now they're slowly turning into us. Well, we were. That's enough history. You already know the history.
Yeah.
I mean, are they just reverting back to their original selves?
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, we broke up from them for, I don't know,
taxes.
White people hating white people reasons.
I thought it was just taxes.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, they didn't like the way we was getting taxed on tea. They said the tax too high. Y'all taxing us too high for tea, so we gonna throw all the tea in the ocean. Boy, I bet you the ocean was tasting delicious that day. You know what I'm saying? That thing was seeped. You know what I mean? Them fish was caffeinated. That's all I'm saying. Them fish were probably geeked up, yo.
Nah, probably tea ain't have no extra flavors or nothing. Just no
well, no. I'm just saying for the caffeine. I'm just saying for the caffeine. There's natural caffeine in it.
And go ahead and say, what? I don't even know what history that was, but I know ain't no nigga put his spin on it, so it was not like no backyard barbecue.
Supposedly, what's his name? There was a nigga that was involved in that shit. He was one of the most. What's dude name?
Most dominant tea spillers.
He threw like 10 barrels over the thing per other person. He had 10 lead on him. You know what I'm saying? I don't remember dude's name, but he was up there in Boston. He was one of the only 3 or 4 black people up there. that was somehow free. They probably didn't recognize. They thought he was white for some reason, but he just had a very, very, very deep tan.
Yeah, it's crazy that you speak of that because it's the same time. You know, there was a guy before Paul Revere.
Yeah, who
was
Paul Revere, the British nigga? That's, you know what I'm saying. That guy. That's who you talking about?
Yeah, the one that said 1 by land, 2 by sea. Mm-hmm. You know, with the candles. It was a black guy that notified them first. Paul Revere was just relaying the message. I just found this out, man. It's just fucking crazy.
Crispus Attucks. That's the black guy I'm talking about. That's why they thought he was not white, though. His name Crispus. Crispus Attucks, my G. My bad. I didn't mean to interrupt, but that came in my mind.
Oh, no. Same thing.
But before Paul Revere, you said, yeah. Who's the, it was a black, the guy before Paul Revere is black, though?
Yeah, he was black. He the one that gave Paul Revere the idea because that's what he did.
He said, yo, go tell them the British are coming. They're not going to believe me.
They're not going to believe me. It's just crazy, yo. Same thing with, Benjamin Franklin. He wasn't the one, you know what I'm saying? It's just shit that we be taught. Shit we be taught now that we get older, be like, God damn, yo. Oh, I got an A in history and I fucking failed. Ain't that some shit? You get an A in fucking history, but you goddamn failed. They give you a grade. That's how you know school ain't shit sometimes. Y'all passed me knowing I was fucking wrong. Y'all taught me wrong. Y'all know better. That's why they be laughing at me.
Hold on. In their defense, they didn't know you were wrong. Because they didn't know either.
Nah, them bitches knew, yo. They knew. Hey,
as we can see with the law.
College and learned this shit.
As we can see with the laws,
you think they were teaching them shit
back?
You think they were teaching this in college back then? I don't think so.
This shit you got to learn on your own.
Wait.
I don't think so.
Hey, I honestly think the shit. Okay, so when I graduated, let's just go from when I graduated. Mm-hmm. College wasn't given to blacks like that.
I agree, which is more reason why I don't think they were teaching white people this shit either.
I think they was teaching white people that shit because this was the truth.
No.
And then probably in the classes, they was like, look, we're going to tell y'all the truth. But when y'all get out there, y'all cannot let nobody know.
Nah, there's so many white people. There's so many people that don't even know, that are learning about all this shit that we're learning about at the same time we are. The Tulsa shit, the Philly shit. That's like, historically, black people don't trust the government because of things like slavery, and we know things like the crack epidemic and the Philly and the Tulsa shit. But like, even though if we didn't know that personally, like let's say me and you didn't know the Tulsa stuff, but we know because of passed on through our family that we don't really trust the government. You know what I'm saying? We learned that. White people don't have that. When they find out some shit like this, they are dumbfounded. They're like, yo, how could our government do this to us? They are supposed to protect us. That's why they don't believe that the cops are villains. How could they do that? They are here to serve and protect. That's wild to them. That's not real behavior, but to us, that's regular. They are against us. So we expect them. We think that all these white people know, but they don't know. Only the top niggas know.
No, I think only the niggas that do research themselves outside of the curriculum. I think the curriculum, as we can see, how they're trying to avoid, or they claim everything is what the fuck. Why am I drawing a blank on this? What is the hot topic in school right now about
critical race theory?
Yeah. We see how they're trying to label everything, just basic facts, as critical race theory, and trying to get that scrubbed from the curriculum in school. That you have to go outside. I'll let you go.
I think what EJ was saying, it was easier like back in let's talk about like Jim Crow days where you have segregated schools. I think in those settings, it was easier for them to have conversations like that where they're just like, this is how it is and this is how we treat these people. And there's nothing wrong with that. But once you start having integration, then things start changing. That's why integration is like a blessing and a curse to us, because with integration that became like a lot of like hiding it. And then you're not teaching students like what's going on, because now you have these niggers in the class. So it's like, okay, we're in this mixed class, we're not going to let you know what the hell we're talking
All right,
about, or
I
how
agree
we're
with that.
teaching our children and stuff like that. Like, they're gonna take that out and act dumbfounded, like, oh my god, I didn't know that was going on. We know this stuff is going on because whatever. White people are outraged right now because it's so readily available to them to see videos like this, and they're like, oh my god, I didn't know that they were beating black people like this. I didn't know that they were doing shit like this, because of technology, because everyone walks around with a damn camera in their pocket and can record anything at any time. So now you're just being more exposed to things that have already been happening.
Yeah.
So those people that were in
facts.
the dark, those white people that are like, oh my god, like, they're able to see it now.
Well, and
because
I guess the white people that are in the dark too are more our age anyway.
Yeah.
So they would have been the ones that were already integrated in school when they weren't teaching this type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So
But that's a good point about of like they were teaching it when it was normal, when it wasn't seen as a horrible act that it was. Like, cause they used to, you remember, they used to just party while we were hanging in the tree. Niggas just had parties like
yeah,
it was
kids
regular.
were there. They're fucking eating
Kids.
apple pie and shit. Like, they fucking know what's up.
low key,
And
yo,
those kids,
what?
and I was just gonna say, and those kids are being taught by those people, their grandparents, the kids, all those people grow up, and like, you're coming into the integrated world, but they're still teaching that shit to those people, like, that are to come, because it's just ingrained in them. You go on Sunday and watch someone get hung, and they fucking make it a potluck, and Susan brings her best cherry pie, like, on Sunday. So it wasn't a big deal to them at all.
Low key. I'm not even like the 60s, everything, all the shit our ancestors went through is way worse, way harder. Let me preface this statement like that before I even say it.
Oh Lord.
But hold on. I'm saying everything they went through is worse, harder. We got it easy. We got it super easy.
Oh,
but
for sure.
Low key, we are almost in a worse time. Only because back then they were so blatantly obvious and open with their racism. They didn't deny it. They were like, we don't fucking like you. We're treating you like this because we don't like you. We're not gonna act like it's not real that we don't like you. We don't like you. We don't fuck with you. We don't want you here. We want to kill you all. You know what I'm saying? We want you to be our slaves. We want you beneath us. But right now, we're in this space where we're supposed to be equal. We got equal rights. Like, we're not being treated different. They're trying to tell us and convince us that we're not being treated different. We're only being treated the way that we are acting to them. We're being violent, this, that, and the third. And they're denying that what we're telling them is happening. They're denying that that's real. We're making it up. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, we're and I agree with that. Like, we're definitely in a purgatory,
again,
but in no way our means of the word do I feel like we have it worse than what, because we still, at the end of the day, are able to make our own decisions. We're still able to, like, not be fucking enslaved, and do stuff that we don't want to do. Like,
I think the strategy. Keep going.
No, you go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, I just think this strategy switched from it being like more like a physical dominance to like a, well, I don't want to say mental, but like a social. Like, they still can, like, keep us limited in our career paths unless it's like something like sports entertainment or whatever, that a very, very small percentage of folks, like less than 0%, I think it's something crazy like that, to get to that level can get. And plus it's kind of shifted to like class warfare now. Now they're eroding away the middle class, and now it's just how many of them they can get to the upper class, and then everybody else is just fighting for scraps. And it's just gonna get worse too. Like, we haven't really seen the worst effects of what COVID started, and it's like we're seeing it now, but we still haven't really seen it yet.
The full effect. Yeah.
And now we got monkeypox going around.
Oh my gosh, that's wild. That's wild. Like I saw a video the other day, yesterday actually, and it was this black dude and he was in the hospital and he had gotten monkeypox. And he was saying how he had done like the same things, like it went to the same places that he's gone to or whatever, like his same routine. And he had to be like hospitalized. Of course they were able to help him, but it's just crazy that stuff's going on. And then they have the stipulations now on who can get the vaccine.
Yeah, it's good that there is like already a vaccine for it, so it's not gonna be like COVID where we didn't know what it fucking was. Besides it being, a COVID, since that wasn't the first COVID, but
Where did this originate from?
the monkeypox, I don't know actually. It was. Let me see.
I'm just
When they first started reporting it.
like, man, because I'm seeing what it's like. The reports on a rise worldwide. So what that mean? We're gonna get another lockdown?
No, we have a vaccine for it. So
They still gonna have to lock it down.
Yeah,
I got a feeling this is gonna be COVID all over because it's globally. It's once it hit Africa,
and
I actually think that's where it started from.
Right now.
Said what?
They said it's spreading like rapidly right now too.
I feel like the days of lockdown in the U.S., only the U.S., are over. I don't think unless something crazy goes around, it'll never happen again because of white folks.
That's what they want. I'm telling you, they thought we were going to be the ones that enact martial law. It's not us. It will never be us. The people that's going to make them force in martial law is going to be the ones that we know. Like, they're going to be the ones that they feel that this is the worst thing that could possibly happen to them. Like, we could go to this next subject. There's a lady that's saying that abortion is worse than slavery.
Oh yeah,
which is nuts.
Yeah.
Which is nuts.
Oh yeah,
that's fucking nuts.
The monkeypox
and of course,
outbreaks.
she's not even white.
She's Asian.
Yeah.
White adjacent.
Like, it doesn't make any sense. I don't get it. And this is what's being promoted. You can't tell me it's not being promoted because they don't ban her for the stuff that she says. But if anybody could say, hey, you're supposed to grow your own dandelions, you pick them up, you put them in a blender, you mix it up, you can create your own medicine. It's a super herb. But, they'll take that person's page off of TikTok. But this lady could genuinely say that this is what abortion is worse than slavery. And you could get banned for saying you're stupid to her because you're bullying her.
Yeah, I think that's also a part of, the political warfare. Silence what you don't. Yeah, social media for sure. That's why Elon Musk is trying to he wanted to use that shit to spread whatever shit he wanted to spread or be the dominant voice, and that's what everybody battles over. Oh yeah, the monkeypox outbreak started in the United Kingdom.
Right.
Hey.
UK.
But Africa, they was treating it in Africa.
Why aren't we calling it the the white pox, the Caucasian pox?
Nah.
You know what I'm saying?
So
they call COVID the Chinese flu.
It started in the UK, but they testing the vaccine in Africa on non-monkeypox recipients. This is it's crazy, man. Crazy.
I mean, you gotta test it on the populace of people that there's more of. They're already saying they're about to be wiped out, son. They're not gonna test it on white people. They don't got as many subjects.
That's why you got the abortion laws now.
Yeah. I mean, that's just over here, you know what I'm saying? But this is we talk about this abortion and white population just in regards to the United States, but this is a worldwide thing. White people are disappearing everywhere because of interracial relationships.
Yeah,
Obviously,
you just gotta join us, yo. I don't know why I'm saying us. I'm still still black. Gotta mix. Yeah, just gotta mix it up. Yeah.
That's hilarious. He's still black. Hey, 246 years. That's how long it took for a black man to become a 4-star general in the
Oh
Marines.
yeah.
In the Marines. Let me get his name though. You know what I'm saying? This Black
Give him his
History
respect.
every year, every month rather.
What?
My bad. Hold on, what's this dude's name?
I just hope he's not going into a fucked up situation.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I did hear. Yeah, he was a general, but what country is he going to?
Africa?
That's just
Somewhere Africa?
it's somewhere in Africa. That's I don't know. That's a little suspect to me.
No, I won't say that.
Well, not yeah. It's just interesting.
AFRICOM is a big part of the military. I will give it that. A lot of generals beg to go to AFRICOM because you're not just in charge of, the forces. You are actually in charge of everything outside of the United States. So even the generals that are in the United States, they're this guy. If you're in charge of AFRICOM, you're in charge. You got a better footprint. So even if a war kick off, you're the general in charge.
I feel like they just kind of, the way I'm looking at it is, I think somebody higher up may use that as like, what a way to smooth over like colonizer tendencies if you got a black man there rather than a white man being the general for that.
Yeah.
But
I just hope they're
still,
not using him as
congratulations.
they won't use him as the scapegoat for
Yeah,
something
true.
fucked up that's already been going on or whatever, because they like to do that to us
Oh
whenever they give
yeah,
us higher positions. So
setting them up for
hopefully,
failure.
everything is all savory
His
with him
name is
Congratulations.
going over there.
Michael Langley, by the
And
way.
he a Michael. That's respect.
Yeah.
Easy to
He out
remember.
here winning, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I said it. I said it when Obama made president. I was like, I don't want him to become the president right now because it's a fucked up situation, and no matter what he do, it's not going to be good enough. And then they're going to be like, "Look, we gave the niggas a chance, and they couldn't get us out of this."
Yeah.
Right.
But it didn't matter. It doesn't matter when they made a black person a president. That
Yeah,
was
they
always
always gonna do
be
that.
That was going to be the first.
But
thing
they
to
do
fall on.
that. That's just what like racist people do. They flip anything. It can be true.
Yeah.
It can be false.
We're not racist.
Imaginary. They just flip. They flip everything. They got like mad talent
Yeah, spin doctors.
on spinning every single thing. They'll throw so much money at spinning shit.
They said, "What's Allen Iverson to me?" You know what I'm saying? he could do a little spin move. It get him in the lane for 2, but it get me in the lane for like, hey, Supreme Court. What you saying, EJ? They trying to pass something so that the Supreme Court doesn't have they get
term.
yeah.
It's not a lifetime thing no more. They're trying to pass it to where they don't get a lifetime court appointed shit.
Yeah, man, that's what we need.
Republicans ain't gonna allow that right now. We need the majority right now. Them niggas 100%, since they have the power, they will not let that up until they out. I don't know how we gonna do that right
They got 100% of the power in there?
with the Supreme Court.
In the Supreme Court they do?
Yeah, they got more Republicans than whatchamacallits up in there right now. So they can just party line
What is
anything.
it? 6-3? 5-4?
Yeah, some shit like that.
Because usually they always win by like 6-3, I think, when it's some stupid shit.
It's been 6-3 like for the longest. Like just these past things that have happened, it's been 6-3.
Oh so we can just guarantee a L.
No,
Right.
so we need to take the Senate. Pretty much.
Guaranteed.
Guarantee L for
Guaranteed.
us.
It's basically we need to take the Senate, and right now we don't. I think no, we have the Senate, but it's like Manchin is like not really a. He's not really like a true Democrat. He's like a Republican super light. It's like a Republican super light. So
He
we
diet
gotta deal with
Republican
him.
though.
He's like the tiebreaker vote. So we're kind of yeah. That's why they trying to take our voting rights, man. That's why they putting so much money and so much laws into making it harder for us to vote. Cause they know if niggas vote, well not niggas, if white niggas vote,
They're just trying to make it harder for everyone to vote.
for everyone, yeah. Cause I mean niggas is voting. You look at the numbers, niggas be going out there. They be showing up.
Poor people,
Yeah.
like basically people that are your service people that don't get time off to go vote. Like they don't have a boss. It's like, oh yes, like I'm gonna give you reserve time off to go vote, and they're like changing so many voting like times where it's like where it used to be if you were in line at 7 o'clock. Like you're still going to be able to vote. It doesn't matter how long it takes for the people in line. If you were in line at 7, then you get to vote. Now they're making it to where like if you are in line at 7 and you don't get to vote, bye.
Yep, and that's
You're
why
not
they're
voting.
making mail-ins. Because if mail-in voting was the norm for every state, they wouldn't stand a chance. And that's why they're not like Colorado. It's so easy to fucking vote here. You just get the ballot mailed to you. You drop it off in the fucking box, and then they'll email you when they get the shit. So you know it's just so easy to vote here. If it was easy to vote everywhere, it like they wouldn't stand a chance. That's why they're trying to make mail-in votes fucking illegal, or they're trying to make the boxes illegal, and you have to take it to them the day. You know, is it everything?
And what's crazy is with the whole like mail-in thing, a dude that voted for Donald Trump, I think his wife was dead or something like that.
Yeah,
like,
I said that.
Yeah.
But like he was fucking Republican, and he's cheating on the mail-in ballot. But y'all are worried about Democrats cheating. They're like, oh, how do you know that someone from another country is not voting from a mail-in ballot?
And then it's always them every single time. Every time they find it out, it's always some diehard Republican. Every single.
Not only that, that guy who did that, he actually went a step beyond and was trying to sue the voting agency or whatever for his wife's mail-in ballot being counted, and she was dead. That's how he got caught.
Fucking
He
idiot.
tripped himself.
Well, no, I think he got caught because he's a suspect in his wife's murder.
Yeah, he is
And she
also.
voted.
Yeah, he's also a suspect in his wife's murder. Yeah,
That's why he got
I
caught.
didn't know that.
He's a suspect in his wife's murder, and they're like, "Wait a sec, your wife voted, and she
it's some
was
ID
dead."
channel shit.
So that's why he got caught. He a Colorado nigga.
I thought she was just missing. So maybe he gonna try to use that excuse.
Nah, he reported her missing. Yes, they haven't. I don't know if they found the remains, but he was in the article. They said he was a suspect in her disappearance.
Wow.
So, but that's why I'm pretty sure he got caught was because of that. So he's guilty of that little voting thing. They fined him $600. That's all it is $600.
What?
Yeah, you'd think it would be a stiffer penalty, but
I know some
Shit,
people got jailed.
You hear about that black lady
Yo,
who was I want to say she was a felon, but they came out and said that she could vote. She had the city clerk check everything that said yes, she's been approved to vote. So she went and voted, and then they let her know that she couldn't vote, and because she was voted, they got her on voting fraud, and I think they're trying to sentence her to 10 years, if I'm not mistaken.
that's crazy.
And she's black.
And yeah,
That's crazy. I mean, that's also why the prison system is there too, though, because they intentionally make it to where if you're a felon, you're not allowed to vote, or you got to wait so many years to be able to vote after you're free. You know what I'm saying? Like,
they just basically set you up to go back Back to prison.
Yeah, and we already know how varying the racial disparities are, I guess, if that's the correct term, are in the prison. It's a lot more people of color than there are white people at the end of the day. So we're the ones that are losing our voting power because we're having more people in prison per capita. Boy, that nigga throwing some words out there. You know what I'm saying? That nigga throwing words out there. Come on, man. Let me get some respect. hey, that nigga throwing the words. Yo, I'm running for something. Mayor, Colorado Springs. You know what I'm saying? Let me get in there.
I see that going over really, really well.
I heard some people, when there's no opponents, they just be writing themselves in and they actually fucking win.
Bet.
Because nobody be fucking voting.
What you gonna do as mayor, Mike?
First thing I'm gonna do as mayor is definitely make it a 4-day work week.
Yo,
4-day work week, without a doubt. That's the first thing. That's the first thing that's on my 4-day work week. And we are passing recreational marijuana in Colorado Springs. I'm tired of this bullshit.
Yeah, that gotta happen.
Facts. Yeah. We ain't got recreational out here, but you can go to fucking Denver or Pueblo. Nigga, what?
So you can go to Manitou, which is like 15 minutes away.
And yeah, we can go to Manitou, but it's crazy expensive.
I mean, it's expensive, but you can still get wrecked there.
Why is Manitou so much more expensive, though, than Pueblo or Denver?
Because it's a tourist town.
You're right.
It's very touristy.
That is
very
true.
touristy. They can charge that high dollar because people are staying in there. All those motels and hotels and all that stuff is there. Like, yeah, I'll be upcharging too.
That's true.
Especially if you're the only rec place within, like, you got to drive to Pueblo, which is like 30 minutes.
I'm going to definitely get the weed shops on my side because they're only going to benefit from recreational being passed.
For sure.
Here, you know what I'm saying? So, bam, got stoners on my side. Bam. I know the workforce wants 4-day work weeks. No way. Come on now. That's easy. You know what I'm saying? That's good.
I don't know how you'll do that, but
the people do, but the niggas with the money do not.
They don't want to pay people. This is only benefiting them, right?
Nah, the niggas with the money definitely like paying niggas to lobby to not have it.
That's true too.
They don't want to pay us, but they will pay some random ass politician.
I don't want to get into politics though, because you want to like we sit up here and we think the gang life is like
number one, niggas
deadly.
We wouldn't make it because niggas will comb through all the episodes of this podcast and we'd be fucking done. We wouldn't make it a fucking week.
Yeah,
them niggas will find something.
I definitely gotta delete the pod if I'm gonna run for office, huh?
Nah, them niggas already got that shit. The moment your name out there, them niggas download all
Craig
that.
got it. Craig got it. Craig gonna come out with the.
I mean, but I'm gonna just do like politicians anyway. I mean, who gives a fuck?
Oh yeah, true. I mean, you can only do that as a Republican, so you have to run as a Republican if you're going to not give a fuck route.
All right, bet.
If you're a Democrat,
I'm gonna run as a black Republican.
Oh, nah.
That's what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna have the exact same mentality as Republicans, but black.
I think we already got those.
No.
Oh, I see what you're
saying. Those are black Republicans that are doing everything that white Republicans. They're going to get white still. It's going to be everything but black. Completely different. Definitely different. Watch, son. It's going to go off. Yo, y'all see that preacher, though? That bishop in New York City. Yeah. 400K. 400K a jury. I think it's fake though. I think he set it up.
Probably.
He got on live like an hour after that with a whole new set of jewelry on. it said I'm offering $50,000 to the nigga that get my jewelry back. Okay. Where the fuck this nigga balling like that? They took $500,000. He put on another $500,000 and said, I got 50 more for somebody who can get my other half back. Huh? Come on.
Yeah, them offerings.
Them offering, they offering souls
It's him.
for real. That's what they
It's
offer.
his way for him to get more. His way for him to get more recruits to the church.
That nigga a gang member.
That was advertising. That was marketing.
That nigga gay. He the head of the gang.
Oh yeah,
for
he
sure.
at least got connections. You know, niggas got to go there to repent.
Cause the other nigga that was sitting there that was like in the camera, he just sitting there. He didn't even look like he believed this shit though, for real. He just posted up chilling like, is this happening? Like,
what? Okay, I had this conversation with somebody else. What is he supposed to do?
no, I don't think he's supposed to do anything either. But although if it's me, I'm telling you, if it's me, and I don't, and it's a robbery, I'm getting my ass on the ground too. I'm not just gonna sit there. That's what I'm doing. I just feel like he look cool. He
probably
too
didn't
cool.
know if it was real or not. Maybe like if they were playing.
But yeah, that could be it too though. He could have been like,
And then
nah,
it's like,
this
oh
ain't
shit,
real.
it's actually a real fucking.
I'm not expecting him to do anything, EJ. I'm not saying he had to get up and save anybody.
I was just asking the question. What is he supposed to do? Like if people is really arguing that he should have got up and ran, or he should have, attacked him once he took the jewelry off the bishop or whatever.
Oh yeah, nah, I don't think any of that. I don't expect him to do any of that. I just felt like, yo, if I'm thinking it's a robbery, I'm laying my ass on the ground.
I'm not moving.
I'm laying my ass on the ground. You know what I'm saying? Hands
You
up.
knew it wasn't. First of all, you knew they wasn't trying to kill nobody. Second of all, you knew that they were black. White people would have just came in there and started shooting up the church. So you knew what it was about. And then you got to know who the bishop is. The bishop is a felon for goddamn
gang leader.
theft. He's a felon. They got him on. Thursday or Friday before he was preaching Sunday, he was listening to Jay-Z in his car with the top down, flaunting that jewelry.
Yeah.
They said he got mad jewelry. I believe, you know what I'm saying? I believe in his days of scamming, he bought that jewelry, That's how he got it. But they got that church for $400,000.
He's still scamming.
Yeah.
He's scamming in the name of the Lord.
But I knew you was gonna bring this topic up. Oh, hate ass.
What?
I said I knew you was gonna bring this topic up. You probably was waiting. I'm surprised that wasn't first. And you know what? If we would have did the pod the other day, this would have been the first topic, yo. Guaranteed. Sesame Street was just a little bit bigger.
That was gonna be the first topic, regardless. The Sesame Place.
No. I'm saying that was last week. This Bishop thing just happened this week.
No, it happened right before we potted. It's been a week. I knew it
happened
was on the list.
It happened on Sunday.
I swear it happened before.
It happened on Sunday.
I swear it happened before, but it wouldn't have been the first thing I brought up today anyway. It came at the right time, son.
Came at the wrong time, but I knew you was gonna say something.
I mean, what? You in defense of it? Why are you mad at me?
Oh, nah, I just know you. I knew you was gonna say something.
Why wouldn't I?
Because it fits your agenda. You're gonna talk bad about it every chance you get. Like you envy it so bad. I was like, yeah, I'm waiting for this one. You did what I thought you was gonna do. So proceed.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, you said it.
I'm just saying.
And I knew you was gonna say it. Like we could have left this topic out. What you gained from this topic on the pod?
What do I gain from any topic, really?
No. Well, it's a dope conversation, but this ain't even a conversation. This is something specifically that you wanted.
It's news. Why wouldn't I bring it up? You expect me not to bring it up, regardless of my
other news. It's other news. We ain't even talk about sports.
I even brought up the black girls getting charged for a hate crime. That definitely doesn't fit my agenda. So what's the argument there? It was in the news. That's what I was gonna bring it up regardless.
All right.
I'm just saying. I'm definitely. Why would I bring up black girls doing hate crimes, and that doesn't fit my narrative of pro blackness? You know what I'm saying?
Well, you already when you started it, when you said it, you said you didn't believe it. So man, just go on, man. I don't even know why you do this to yourself. Fucking with me.
Hey, let me clarify. I do think they attacked that woman. I just think some of the claims that she said they was doing, that's what I don't believe, though. That's all I'm saying, for real. But yeah, I don't really have anything else though, for real. I mean, we could talk about music real quick. What y'all listened to the last couple weeks? It's been a while. What y'all been peeping?
I don't think nothing came out really.
Well, Steve Lacy dropped something.
Yeah, I've been listening to Steve Lacy.
I've been listening to Lloyd Banks. Oh yeah.
I've been letting you slide this whole time. I've been wanting to say something, Mike.
Nah, I'm glad.
Because you really gotta get in there. But you say you listen to Lloyd Banks. How's the Lloyd Banks?
I think it's great. It could possibly crack my top 5. It might slide Onyx a little bit out of. They're kind of equal to me. I think it's good. If you like gangster rap, you're gonna like that album. And I think it might. I have to listen to the first one again, but I might like this one better.
Did the first one come out last week? Or
last year. Yep. So 2 for 2 back to back.
Me and Jess listened to it a little bit when we were coming back home from the Joey Badass show like 2 weeks ago, and
hating.
We only got. Well, I wasn't hating. It was just late, and I was like, "Yeah, this is too boring to drive back home to." So I won't play this. You know what I'm saying? Like Lloyd Banks is very monotonous.
I can see that.
You know what I'm saying? He really this was one of the things that a lot of people said about Kendrick early on. They didn't like Kendrick's voice because they felt like he was very monotonous as well. And then it was then come Good Kid, Mad City, and that's when Kendrick started doing all the voice. He started adding voices to his shit. He wasn't doing that before. But that was a huge complaint that he was getting early on in his career. And I feel like Lloyd Banks, he has always been monotonous. I've heard that as a complaint about him for a long time. But the difference between Kendrick and Lloyd Banks is that Lloyd Banks is a punchline rapper. You know what I'm saying? That he's known as the punchline king in a lot of circles. So it's for him, he's not going out there trying to make theatrical music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Music with deeper meanings per se. He was rapping to be the punchline king, to have the best bars. So him changing his voice up wasn't a necessity in his artistry. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I didn't really listen to the album. But going back to Joey, I did listen to the Joey Badass album. That was the album I have listened to. I guess that just came out last week, but I've been listening to that heavy pretty much since it dropped. I love the West Side Gun song, Brand New 911. I like the best song probably to me is the Zip Codes. That was the last single he did. But I felt like the whole album is fire though. Probably my second favorite Joey Badass project, behind the 1999. I thought this was a solid, it's technically not a follow-up, he says, but it's 1999, 2000 with the same type of album cover, you know what I'm saying? So technically it's still a part 2, even though he doesn't want it to be, but it is what it is. I love it though.
I thought the second half was really strong. I liked it. The only song I didn't like, what is that fucking song?
The Chris Brown song?
I think it might be a Chris Brown song. This is him talking about having sex or whatever. I was like,
yeah, it's the Chris Brown song.
Yeah, okay. All right, I've got to look for it. But right after that song, that fucking song is good. It was
that's Zip Codes.
Yep. And then there's a lot of good songs.
On the Chris Brown song though, there's that nigga Capella Gray. My least favorite song is actually not the Chris Brown song though. It's actually the second song on the album. I forget what it's called. But on the Chris Brown song, there's also that nigga Capella Gray on it. He was at the Joey show.
Trash.
Oh man, worst.
Trash.
That is the worst fucking performer I've ever seen.
It was.
I hate to say it, but it was so bad. That nigga cannot sing. He is literally a nigga that depends on
The
effects, yo.
studio. Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta have. I don't know if his budget doesn't allow him to have auto tune coming from the live, because I know niggas are able to get auto tune when they perform live, but his budget must not allow it because
It was not there.
it was not there. He had
was
he
not
literally
there.
had the song playing. You know what I'm saying? So he technically could have lip synced, but he wasn't lip syncing. He was just terribly singing over top of it.
Yeah, it was
Out
it
of
was
key.
real annoying.
Out of key. The best part was his hype man. And he
Yeah.
had two hype men up there. One of them without a microphone, and those were the two best parts of his whole set. He kept saying, "Thank you, Joey Badass, for letting me on here." I was like, "Yeah, you definitely need to thank that nigga." Like, what the fuck?
It was not good in any
It was
sense of
not
the word.
good.
Like, it was not.
I hope.
I was kind of amazed that he was opening Joey
Facts.
Badass, and I was like, this has to be a situation where Joey was like, you know what, this is my dude. I want you to get some exposure.
Yeah.
I just want you to come on tour.
That gotta be
'cause,
Joey's
yeah.
man for real.
Yeah,
It
for real.
gotta
They gotta
be.
be close.
It gotta be, or he owe that nigga manager a favor. Somebody.
I remember Joey Badass on the album. It was on the Head High when he was talking about what's the one that did he commit suicide?
Steez, Capital Steez.
It's Capital
Oh
Steez.
no! Capital Steez though is the one.
Oh no, that's Survivor's Guilt. I don't know.
He
He was,
mentioned Steez all throughout the album, so he could have mentioned it on Head High.
but
too.
he was just talking about when he had somebody had put an album.
XX Testosterone though, I think is the one he's talking about.
Oh,
on
okay.
Head High.
And then he said he gave him a couple pointers or
Yeah,
whatever, and
that's
said
exactly
something.
what it was. Yeah,
Maybe he need to give Capella
Capella,
Grace some
definitely.
supporters.
definitely.
Supporters.
Oh, going back to the Survivor's Guild song, he had Joey had Ab Soul on the outro, which just only got me excited for future Ab Soul project, because Ab Soul says his album is coming out next month, but I'm like, man, and he just brought Ab Soul out on his last California stop, so I was like, damn, man, I wish he would have just got an Ab Soul feature on the song, man.
Yeah.
Even though we wouldn't
Oh,
have
he-
seen Ab Soul, but it just would have been dope to hear Ab Soul on the album.
Joey is really good live. He put on a really good show. Like, voice control, like, didn't have no backtracks, just really, really good performer.
Mm-hmm. And he performed pretty much. He did at least probably three songs from every project.
Yeah.
And this album wasn't even out yet. So, but he did do. I know he did Zip Codes. He did Head High, and he might have did another song. I don't know which one he would have done though, but it was solid. Real quick, I just brought up Absol though. It makes me want to bring up SZA now. Have you guys been seeing the shit that's been going on with SZA and TDE?
Keeping me in the loop.
Yeah, hold on. Let me see what happened, because I did send that to you. Let me look that up real quick.
Oh yeah, shout outs to Jid though. He always be coming through on the features. He was features on
Oh yeah, that feature that he
Yo.
was just on. What song was that?
Wanna Be Loved. Yo, you need
Oh
to
yeah,
drop
on the Joey song.
this
on Joey.
motherfucking
Yeah.
year. You need to drop that solo.
Which okay,
I know. I'm hoping that he drops this year.
So before I even get into the SZA TDE thing, that I want to bring this up too. TDE and Dreamville. So we talk about how we talk shit about TDE not letting any other their artists drop. You know what I'm saying? But Dreamville isn't necessarily doing too much better for real. Jid, his last album was 5 years ago too. We get TD like Kendrick, SZA, they didn't have 5-year joints, but like I guess really Dreamville just has their two big artists that haven't dropped, which is Ari and Jid, which have been about 5 years. Two big artists, obviously, except for J. Cole. I'm not counting him. But they haven't dropped. But we keep giving TDE all this shit, which TDE does deserve it.
I feel
they
like
still
at
gonna do all
least
that
they
stuff.
get around with compilations.
But
Like
that's true.
TDE
You're
don't
right.
even do.
Yeah.
You're right though. They dropped
Yeah.
the compilations at least. They didn't drop
Yeah,
two.
you're still getting music from them. You know,
Yeah.
like even though you may not have gotten an album, but you
Actually,
know,
technically, they
Ari.
dropped 3.
Ari been like in the studio, so she already said that she's dropping a bunch of albums this year.
I mean, now SZA, same thing. Going back to her, she said she came out and posted a picture with that whiteboard that had like 70 songs. She said she want to drop an album, like a couple EPs and mixtape or whatever.
Ari, yeah.
No. SZA did this. She did this.
When?
Too. She did this like a month ago, maybe 2 months ago. Yeah.
When? Where's the picture at?
I gotta look for it. I'll find
yeah,
it.
please, because I know Ari did it 100% sure. Like I can even tell you the outfit she was in.
I'll find it. But SZA, so SZA or somebody posted. Let me see what it says. Congrats on the collab, but summer is almost over and there's still no album. At SZA, please tell me you didn't lie again. So SZA, she just recently featured on Doechii. Doechii's they did a remix to the song Persuasive. Her verse is all right. I just hate those type of remixes where nothing changes and all they do is just add somebody else to the song. You know what I'm saying? They like shortened or they took some of Doechii's second verse. They took her whole second verse off rather to put SZA on there. They should have either just kept both her verses and added SZA, or Doechii should have added as well. Is how I feel. But song's still good. It's not bad. But SZA replied and said, it's 100% Punch and RCA on this one. I wanted the summer. They wanted more time. At this point, I'm just trying to have a good time, stress-free. And then Punch, he says he's starting to get tired of this, getting tired of the whole business. And then he drops a letter. Letter says, I guess I should give a bit of context. SZA and myself initially spoke about a summertime album, which is why she mentioned summer in a post-Grammy interview. Shortly after discussing everything with RCA and Top, we decided it was best to do a little bit later to set everything up correctly, giving it proper space and time. There is a lot that goes into putting out an album, especially one with this much anticipation. We thank you all for your continued patience and understanding. An announcement is coming sooner than you think. And that was probably about a week and a half ago, I think this happened. But I don't know. You already know my frustrations with TDE. It's just
I just feel like if Ari were like upset about not being able to release music, she would be expressing that. And she's never expressed that.
Yet.
Ever. I mean, but I mean, it's still, she hasn't come out with an album in a while, but she isn't complaining about like, oh, the label's not paying attention to me or they're not dropping my music or anything like that. SZA has done that year after year after year after year. She's complaining about this shit.
I agree though. I'm on your side. I'm on SZA's side. I definitely think this is mostly TDE. I'm not caping for TDE on this one. I said they've been doing it. They did it for SZA on Control, but you know, I also saw a bunch of documents and interviews and stuff where it might have seemed like the reason Control didn't come out at first was because SZA herself actually wasn't all the way sold on it. So she kept working and working until they finally was just like, you got to pick songs. We're taking this and this is the album. That's what it seemed like what happened with the Control a little bit. But with this one, I don't think so, because we didn't had 3 or 4 songs or 2 actual songs released as singles, a snippet that blew up on TikTok, then another rough song that was not even completely mixed that she released that got crazy numbers, and still here we are, no album, and this has all been in the process for 2.5 years now. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like,
I feel like maybe they're trying to set it up with like a tour or something.
And true, and obviously Beyonce is dropping tonight, so that doesn't help. You know what I'm saying? Like if it wasn't for Kendrick having to drop, and then also Beyonce, people probably like, you know, they're in the industry, so they probably know more shit about niggas that's coming than we do anyway. So there's probably rumblings that Beyonce was gonna release before the announcement. So they were probably waiting to see what's up, because they heard
Drake, all that shit. I mean, Kendrick, Drake, like you've had a lot of big people drop this year, and it's not over yet.
Yeah. So if we are going to get SZA, it's probably going to be towards the end of December. This year.
December 31st.
Yeah, if we get it. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not holding my breath though. I'm not even.
Oh, definitely not.
I actually don't even believe we're going to get it this year. So that's.
Do you think we're going to get news on it this year?
I do think we're going to get news on it, though. Yeah. I think we're going to get legit news on it that it's not coming. Oh, my gosh. But let me go back. What did you think of the Steve Lacy, though, Jess?
I loved it front to back. That's like, I've been listening to that. I listened to Rico Nasty's album once, but I need to listen to it again. Someone who else came out with an album that I was listening? Oh, Flo Milli. I listened to her album a little bit. But yeah, Steve Lacy and the Joey Badass, they've been getting the most spins for me recently, for sure.
I don't hate the Steve Lacy, but he, like, for me, his solo doesn't hit like the internet. Like,
Man,
I like Sid
I love his
solo
shit.
I love Sid's solo shit, but I haven't really gotten crazy into Steve Lacy yet, though.
See, and I can really do without Sid's solo shit. Like, I think I love Sid, but I think that she's way better in the internet. Where I feel like with Steve Lacy, because there is that element of musicianship there. Like, I don't know. I've just always loved his solo stuff. But I'm not saying that Sid's stuff is bad, because she makes really good music. I'm not saying
Steve Lacy stuff is bad.
But yeah, I can appreciate his stuff for sure.
Yeah. I do hope the internet drops, but I don't think they're coming this year, but next year would be fire. Definitely would like to hear them come with new music.
Well, if Steve finishes up if he does a tour this year, Sid's already done her tour. So hopefully they can come together next year and do that. I want what I want the most at this point, besides Ab, I want a No Worries album.
I almost forgot about that shit.
Oh, I actually think not Absol, but I actually think Anderson .Paak and Kate Renata are dropping a song tonight.
Oh, nice.
Let me see.
Yeah, run that No Worries.
But I agree, the No Worries definitely. That's pretty much besides Absol, like you said. But No Worries is the one I do believe is coming. So that's the one that's the one I'm anticipating the most. I think
my year would literally be complete. Like,
same.
I'm like,
No Worries coming October. You heard it here first. I'm calling it.
Ooh.
October 21st. Calling it.
Oh yeah, I gotta check out this fucking Coast Contra. If I was that.
You didn't listen to the Coast Contra?
The collab they did with
with Toby Nwigwe. Yeah. I'm not too crazy on the Tobe.
He's straight. I mean,
my brother's a big fan though.
He's straight. I don't hate the grind, and he fucks with ET. So
yeah, I don't hate the grind. I mean, he does, like, all his. I mean, a lot of his music. I feel like his music videos have lost flair though, because they're kind of all
samey.
Yeah, they're all the same. But at first, when you first find him, it's all very original shit, and it's still original. He's only biting himself, so you know what I'm saying. There's nothing wrong with that. But I just need, like, as far as from the video aspect, I feel like I need a little bit more creativity. But at the same time, I can't really hate, because it seems like he's bringing a lot of, like, African roots to his videos by having a lot of dancing. Obviously, is a lot of black people in his shit, so it's like
a lot of branding.
Yeah. So
a lot of branding.
So I'm not. It's part of his hustle and his brand for sure. So I can't really knock his videos all the way, but I do wish there was more creativity within the music videos, though. But this is probably a hell of a lot cheaper. Probably just cost you to get the feature. You know what I'm saying? Because he just had 2 Chainz on the feature too. Not too long ago. Which I will say though, also I kind of like the way he does his shit though a little bit too, because I think all these videos, he does videos for damn near all these songs, and I think after a while he's gonna put it all on an album. Like, he's kind of releasing music a little bit like they used to do back in the, like, 60s and 70s, because it's like they used to just they didn't make music to make albums. They went and made singles. And then they'll have some B-side songs as well to add on to the singles, and then they just be like, "All right, this is your album." after, and it wouldn't be like you're working on your album for a year and then you release it the next year. They do this over the course of like 10 years. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times. And then release the album. So I don't know.
Yeah, because he sure has gotten big, and like he's been, I want to say what, 2 or 3 years.
I think I found him probably in 20.
He's been around for a while.
Yeah, he's been around. I think I've seen him in 2018 ish. I saw him live in 2019 because it was before COVID when I saw him. That was like one of the last 2 shows I had been to. I think I saw him, and then right after that, sometime I had saw Jadena. So I saw 2 African niggas right before COVID happened. So supporting, you know what I'm saying? Which I fuck with Jadena. So I want to hear another. I want Jadena to drop another album. How do y'all feel about Jadena?
I like what I heard.
EJ, what do you got?
I didn't like his album.
You didn't like his album. You heard the second one?
Again.
You heard the second one?
I didn't like the Classic Man joint. I didn't even know he had a second one.
Well, Classic Man's not on the first album, but I think you should listen to the second album though. The second album is significantly better than the first one, for real. And it's like only 11 songs. It's short.
All right,
you should check it. But it to me it's just so much better. He's not like a crazy, he just makes fun music type shit. But I fuck with Jadena's shit. I was disappointed in the show though. I didn't think he put on a great live show, and he went on a little like Kanye-esque rant about what is it, the diaspora? Is that how you pronounce it?
Uh-huh.
But yeah, he was talking about black people getting dual citizenship, which I'm not hating on the what he's talking about, but it's like, nigga, his rant went on way too long. He was like telling a story about this like he started with the beginning of time. You know what I'm saying? And he ranted for like 20 minutes, probably 15 minutes at the minimum. And it was just like right before he did his last song, it was like, nigga, we had already been here for 2-3 hours. Like, niggas is tired. Either do the last song or shut the fuck up. Like, those are the 2 options right now, like straight up. But still, I want to see you again, Jadena. My bad, I didn't mean to disrespect. I'm trying to come see you. I want to hear another album. Drop that. You know what I mean? But yeah, hey, that's all.
Speaking of shows, I did see Boys to Men last Friday, and they killed it. They played with the Denver Orchestra. Is that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Denver Orchestra.
Yeah, and they killed it. That was a great show. They did a couple They did more covers than I was expecting, but
I think the Denver Orchestra also did a show for the Wu-Tang Clan.
Yeah, I think from what I saw on the billboard, there's going to be a couple shows there. Like I think Bone Thugs and Harmony going to be there.
Hold on, where was it at?
Fiddler's Green.
Oh, you went up there.
Yeah. I don't know why I say.
You were saying it was down here.
Oh no, it was in Inglewood or whatever.
Yeah, up north, yeah.
I know I saw that thing like Bone Thugs and Harmony. Pusha T supposed to be down there. A couple other people.
Pusha T's at Fiddler's Green?
He's gonna be down there. I think. Well, that's where
he's supposed to be coming, but I thought he was at the Mission Ballroom because me and Jess were trying to go to that.
Maybe they were just advertising every.
Oh, they might have been because like when you go to Red Rocks, they don't just advertise the shows that are at Red Rocks. They advertise what's going on like around
the area,
the surrounding area. Yeah, so it could have been that's what it was, because that's all in that Denver area per se. I do want to go see that Pusha T though, for sure. But you got anything else you want to add, EJ? Jessica, legend.
Think I'm good.
What are y'all predictions on this Beyonce album? How y'all feel y'all gonna rate it before it drops?
I don't know. It's one of 3 acts. There will be 3 acts in Renaissance. So
Mike, you gotta work early, huh?
Yep. But I will say this: the Beyonce album would not be bad. I would not be rating it bad. It's a 10 out of 10 already.
He said, "I'm
It
not
will
getting
only
the
be a
beehive
10
on
out of
me.
10.
I'm not getting the beehive on me." And my camera died. I'm sorry, folks. It didn't die, but I don't have a memory card on me right now.
I'm
That is
recording
my take.
the Zoom.
But EJ, what do you think? How do you feel about the Beyonce?
Trash.
You think it's gonna be trash? We doing a listening?
Trash.
We doing a listening?
There's already a lot of controversy around it because of Khalees and
Yeah.
her using Khalees' song and all that shit with Pharrell and Chad and everything like that.
But
So
Khalees
it's already real messy.
Yeah. Khalees don't own the song though, so it's not like she didn't get permission.
I mean,
Khalees just
that
thinks
is correct. But
Khalees just thinks she
still,
deserve a little bit more respect than she need. She need a little bit more respect than she deserve. I'm not on Beyonce's side though. But hold on, are we doing a listening?
I mean, I'm listening to it for sure at 10:00. So
EJ.
All right, I'm game.
All right.
Do you think it's gonna be like the single that she dropped? Is it gonna be in that vein, kind of like Drake?
I feel like it's all gonna be. This is my prediction. I feel like since she came out with such a dance heavy track, I feel like all of these tracks are gonna hit some different type of dance. It may not be like all just like club dance, but like different genres of dance because it's Beyonce and she's a dancer. So I feel like she's gonna hit a bunch of different genres of dance. Okay. Whatever that looks like.
What if this is act 1, but what if Jay-Z is dropping act 2?
It could be On the Run.
But yeah, I mean, what if Jay-Z drop an act 2, but act 3 is a Jay-Z Beyonce part 2 type of thing?
Shit, act 2 could be a whole Blue Ivy album.
Maybe.
Get the start going. Hold up. If you black and you ain't watched the Black Panther 2 trailer yet, go watch that shit.
All right. Yeah, let's talk about it real quick. Let's talk about it before we... EJ, did you watch it?
Yeah.
All right. So they... go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just going to say I thought it was dope, and I think it's going to be a great movie.
So they officially are moving forward with what's assuming to be a King T'Challa death in the movie. I know a lot of fans were like, when I was in fan groups, the question was, what are they going to do? Are they just going to replace somebody to play T'Challa, or are they going to have him die in the universe essentially? What are they going to say is the excuse, the cause of his death? I guess my question is, how do you guys feel about them at least confirming that in the MCU, the T'Challa we know is dead? Rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman. How do you guys feel about that, though, as far as this direction they're going in?
I think it's a no-win situation there, whatever direction they've went. It sucks that like we don't get like T'Challa is a big part, plays a big role for Black heroes in Marvel. So it sucks that we can't get stories involving him specifically, because there's a lot to pull from, especially with what they're doing. They're showing Namor, and they've been rivals, well, not rivals, enemies in the comics for a minute. So I don't. Well, it feels like they're gonna do a good job with this direction, even though it might not be the direction everybody wants, with them replacing T'Challa with somebody else. But it'll give. It's still gonna be Black hero shining. So I'm not like I wouldn't trip on it.
True. Seems like they're going to be introducing Namor too. I'm not really too knowledgeable of him. I don't really like fish niggas. I'm just saying. I'm not really a fan of those type superheroes at all. Hey, did you see this shit, Mike?
Oh, with
Yo, that'd be
Robert Downey
fucking.
Jr.
Yeah. I don't
Yeah.
know if you've never seen there's this meme though. If you've never seen Tropical Thunder and Robert Downey Jr.'s blackface in Tropical Thunder, but there's a meme that says, "Breaking: Robert Downey Jr. returning to the MCU as Black Panther." That would be so fucking hilarious, yo.
Yeah. There would be fucking riots.
Did you see any of the other trailers though, Mike? Or not trailers, but I mean, did you see like all the other Marvel announcements they got coming up?
Yeah, I saw like all the movie and that's a lot of fucking.
Black Panther, the end of Phase 4, and then they already got a lot of Phase 5. I think
And Phase 6.
Yeah, they announced most of Phase 5, but Phase 6 they only did the first, which is going to be Fantastic Four, and then it ends with the 2 Avengers movies.
Yeah.
But they didn't say what was in between those 3 movies.
So they know the big bad this time is going to be Kang, because all the multiverse shit. So everybody kind of saw that coming.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's you're gonna be eating. You're gonna be eating if you like comic book movies for these next 2 to 3 years. It's a lot.
And
Oh, for sure.
You have to watch the TV shows. You do.
Have to.
You do.
It sucks, but you have to.
You have to watch them.
You don't. The book is an evil book. You didn't need to watch WandaVision and know.
No, you did actually.
Yeah, you
No,
already
you didn't.
You already
You
gave us a
didn't.
breakdown for that.
You did though.
You
Because
did.
it's not just the
You
book.
did need it though,
It
Mike.
is just
You
the
did.
book.
No, because you got it. The book. Yes, the book curses her, but you got to know the reason for her going.
I saw the reason. It was the kids, and it was Vision. Not having Vision.
Well,
You
it
saw
was
those in the movies.
It was mostly the kids though.
Yeah.
You kind of had to watch the movie. I'm gonna tell you right now. I work at Costco, and people come in there all the time, being like, "Yo, where are the AirPods?" And they're right behind them when they ask me. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, they have to watch the fucking movie, the TV show, in order to know what's going on in the movie. You do. Straight up, because I know how some of these people are. Not everybody is able to pick up on those clues. You know what I'm saying? So
I know that we haven't talked. I'm sorry to get off the this topic, but have any of y'all been seeing like the more recent news of like Delonte West in the news? He went viral. He's gone viral a couple times. Like at the end of June, like someone saw him panhandling again because you know whenever that first video it came out, they had like tried to help him so he could play on the Big 3 league or whatever, and he's actually going through practice. But now it seems like he's back on the street panhandling and stuff. And there was a video of him today talking to like a young fan of his, and he was just basically, you know, talking about how much his mental health is just kind of ravaged his life. And he's I think at one point he said to the kid, you know, sometimes I forget that I even played basketball. So I just hope that he's able to get, you know, where he wants to be.
yeah. I mean, it has been a minute though. Like when was he last in the league? Like 2008?
Yeah, it's been like 10 years. Like it's been at least a decade. At least a decade
it's been at least
that he
10
hasn't
years
been in
for
the
sure.
league.
Yeah, for sure. Because I don't think he was in at all probably to the 2010s. But even if he was, it was 2010 probably was the last year. So you're right though. It's been at least a decade. That's crazy. But yeah, hopefully
just, you know,
You can hear also about who else? Oh, what the fuck is his name? That actor, that Orlando Brown.
Yeah.
He seems like he's sliding back too. After it sounded like he was getting back.
because he was doing good for a while.
Yeah.
He was doing really good for a while, but it seems like he's in a spiral again, which is unfortunate.
Yeah. But I mean, what can you do?
I mean, nothing.
But thoughts and prayers and good vibes to Orlando Brown and Delonte West. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna go ahead and end this episode here. Episode 53. EJ gave you the intro at the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Killed it. You know he can come through intro next week too.
strike.
I'm on strike. Why you on strike, EJ?
I'm
a free spirit, yo. You ain't just gonna tell me what I'm gonna do.
I didn't tell you. I was telling the fans.
You know what I'm saying?
I was telling the fans. But you know what it is. I'm jamming. Got Legend to my right. EJ on the waves. Jess on the waves. She's spreading the COVID through it too. So
I am not spreading the COVID. I am quarantined and isolated.
If he's still playing with my internet right now, you know what I'm saying? He about to get that. Craig about to get that COVID too. Craig about to get that
shut
COVID.
Craig got probably robot revolution down.
Yeah, shut the robot revolution down real quick. But all right, yo, we're gonna go ahead and end it, yo. Episode 53. It was good while it lasted, and for me, that's a lifetime. Peace. I'm over here like looking at the camera, but the camera off.
It's like that, y'all. It's like that. Them good niggas with good writtens and good trees. I do abuse cause I still hit them, so good writtens. I'm Butch Coolidge, dominance over everything. Shoot the dice and get snake eyes, that should tell you something. I keep the grass cut with no lawn. Go roll, headlock the game though. 4 arms, I'm so gone, the marijuana got them so calm. Put it in third person on the battlefield. I'm the first person shooting the J.R. Smith & Wesson. And a steel tech that buckshot so